gonna hop on and I'm gonna do my makeup with you. So 1 compact and 2 brushes, and I will set everything with our setting stay spray.
Mom, I'm gonna put this over this.
Perfect.
So
okay. So I'm gonna be using our Best Blend Forever brush. This is a light coverage. So we're gonna be headed off to the lake today. I'm gonna do my makeup really quickly and I'm gonna do a light coverage. So let's get started. Okay, so I started with a clean face and then I did our Milk Cream Moisturizer, and I like to set with our setting stay spray. So if you are used to a primer, this is what I use as our primer, and then I of course set with it for that all day wear. So I'm gonna be using our mini double decker today and our Best Blend Forever brush. I'm gonna tap right here into my main highlight, which is called Amber. So this is gonna give you a very, very light coverage, which is perfect for the summer. If you wanna get your makeup done, you wanna do it really fast, but you just kinda want a really light coverage. This is your brush, and you can do your entire face with just one of our brushes. It just depends what kind of coverage you'd like. So I usually use our blush and bronzer brush to apply my highlight and blush and bronzer, and I also blend with that brush. And then I love the detail hat for contouring. So I just did my main highlight color right here. I'm not going to focus anything right here and the top of my forehead because that's where our contour is going to go. And our contour has coverage. So our 3D foundation is our highlight and our contour, and that makes up our foundation. So you're not doing a bunch of layers, you're just doing the correct colors and the correct spots, blending, and you're done. So I'm bringing my main highlight color up. You can do your brightening highlight here. I like to do a light layer of my main highlight first just to correct some of that redness. And I'm going to bring it right up here as well. And I'm just kind of feathering it on and stippling. So when I do this, I'm just kind of pressing it in. And then you can also do little swirling motions to kind of feather it on. So this brush is a super light coverage, but it also kind of blends as you go. So I'm not picking up more product, I'm just kind of blending it out like that. So far I just have one color on. You can see that that red is already going bye-bye. I don't want all my red to be showing, so I'm just kind of stippling this in under my eyes. And again, I'm leaving this, I'm not touching this because that's going to be my contour, and my contour is going to go here as well. And then I'll put my blush here. So our 3D foundation is our highlight, our contour, our lip and cheek, which is our blush, and our lipstick, which you can also use for eyeshadows, and our illuminator. So far I've just used Amber. I'm going to flip my brush over and I'm going to tap right here into Amber again, and I'm just going to use this as a base for my eyeshadow. And you just get a little bit on there. A little bit goes a long way. As you can see, I kind of got too much on this eye, so I'm just going to pick it up and move it over here. So this will be my base. Do a super easy eyeshadow look. You can do your eyeshadow with your highlight and contour, lip and cheek, and illuminator as well, so you don't actually need eyeshadows if you only had your makeup in a quad, which would be this guy. If you just had highlight, contour, a lip and cheek color, and an illuminator, you can do your entire face with just that as well, and just use those colors for your eyeshadow. Okay, I'm going to flip my compact over to this side, and I'm going to tap right here into our Vanilla Dust setting powder. And since I'm just using this brush today, I would generally do my powder with our Power Powder brush, but I'm just going to take my finger like that, and I'm just going to set that highlight right there. That way my eyeshadow has a nice base to work with. It won't crease, and it's set. So I'm gonna go right back to the top of my compact here, and everything's magnetic, by the way. So when you get your colors, they're gonna look like this. You just slide it out, open it up. This is our lip conditioner, which I absolutely love. It's such a good lip balm. So you're just gonna take your tin out like this. So everything that you buy is customizable to you. And you just pop it in your compact. It's all magnetic. So you're only buying what you need, what you want. No more are the days of buying compacts and using 2 colors and then wasting the rest. So it's all customizable to you. And your compacts do come free with the purchase of your tins. So I'm gonna hop right back in and I'm gonna go to my brightening highlight color. And I'm using the same brush and I'm just gonna get that right under my eyes in like a pie shape. And I'm gonna press that in. So it's gonna be right here, a little pie shape. You don't wanna just go right under your eyes. You're gonna bring it down and do a little dot here, here, and drag it down my nose. And then I'm just gonna press that in. Like so, just stipple it in and kind of feather it up and out. So you're brightening your T-zone. So it's this triangle of light here that you're brightening. You don't have to do a brightening highlight. That is personal preference. I prefer to. But if you wanted to start with just the quad, which holds 4 singles, you could do a main highlight, and instead of doing a brightening highlight, you can add an illuminator, which I will show you where that illuminator goes. And then you would have your contour and your blush, your lip and cheek color. So I'm not picking up more product, I'm just pressing that in. So see, I'm like blending as I go with this method, with this brush. Can you hear my super loud bird in the background? Okay. So that is, I've used 2 colors so far. I have my main highlight color on, my brightening highlight. I have not done anything up here or here because that's where my contour is gonna go. So now that that's pressed in, I'm gonna move on to my contour color. So I'm gonna go ahead, I can use either end of this brush for contouring. I think I'm gonna put it on with the small end. We'll see, and I'm gonna tap right here into my contour color. So I do have this other highlight here. This is called Linen. I use this for so many different things, and I can also add an extra bright color. If I wanna go super bright under my eyes, I'll use that. But I use it for, so that's why this is in here, but I use it for a ton of different things. So I'm just going into my contour color, and I'm gonna find my cheekbone and then roll my finger down to where it gets squishy, and that's where I'm gonna start placing my line. You can also find right here where your ear attaches to your face, you know, fishy face, and you're just gonna draw it right there. Err on the side of going too high versus too low, because you wanna lift your face up, and then stop about where the color of your eye starts. You don't wanna go too far in. So I feel like I've gone a little too far down right here, so I'm just gonna take this, go right back into my highlight color and just kind of swoop it up. See how you could just clean that right up? So you can't mess this up. If you have gone too far, no problem. You just can clean it right up. Super easy. Okay, so I'm gonna do another line here. You can do a little fishy face. Do not fear the contour. It looks crazy, but we're gonna blend it out. It's gonna look beautiful. So our contour is a 3. So now we're gonna go from temple to temple, and I'll show you the 3 here. And we're gonna bring it up right at the top of our forehead here, and kind of connect it down to where we did it right down there. Okay, so from temple to temple, we've got it under our cheekbones. Now we're gonna tap back in and we're gonna go right here, right under our jaw. And then I'm gonna kind of connect it there. So I'm just deepening this shadow that is already there, but I wanna like chisel out my jawline. I don't want my double chin to show. So see here, And I'm just deepening that. Instant facelift. So I'm gonna get that all blended in just a moment. It looks crazy right now. I know. I feel like I haven't been on in so long. We've been having some craziness besides all the craziness of COVID. But I'm here. So I'm sorry it's been so long. I miss you guys. I miss being on here and doing my makeup with you and showing you some tricks and tips. But I am here. You can always get a hold of me. I have an old dog that is struggling, and so we've been doing that. And then I've also been having some lots of testing done for myself. I've got a heart monitor on, so lots of craziness happening in the world, but super grateful for my family and for you guys, and for this business. I'm able to work from home still, even with all this craziness going on. I'm able to work from home and make an income, and I'm able to do my makeup super fast in the morning. And I'm just gonna blend this down, flipping it back over to the fluffy end, and I'm just gonna blend this out, blend this contour out. So even with the craziness in the world and with my dog and with my health, I'm able to just kind of work this in wherever I can, wherever I want, wherever I can. I sit in bed and do, if I need to rest or I'm not feeling well, I can lay in bed and work and help people feel beautiful and confident in their own skin, all from the comfort of my home or my bed. So I'm really grateful for that. You can always get a hold of me. You can always send me a comment, leave me a message. And I love what I do, so I'm super happy to help you. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more contour right here. So all of our makeup's buildable. You can build it up to the desired tone. You can go glam with this, or you could just have it super, super natural and mellow. So I've just blended the contour out. I could have also blended it out with our perfector sponge. There's so many different ways. There's not a right or wrong way. There's so many different ways to apply this makeup. So there's my contour. I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna blend. So you wanna blend everything up except for the contour under your chin. I'm gonna blend this down. Blending it down, because you don't want that, you don't want a harsh line, but you do want that shadow. So I lost track earlier of what I was saying. So the idea of a contour is a 3. So we have our line here, and then same on the other side. So I'm gonna flip it back over to the small end again. I'm gonna tap right back into my contour. So I've still only used my main highlight, brightening highlight, and contour shades so far. And I'm gonna contour right under my lip. I'm just deepening that shadow that's under my lip already. And by doing that, I am just making my lips appear a little more pouty than they might naturally be. So I'm gonna go right here at the top of my lip, just super lightly. I don't wanna like make a mustache. But I do want my lips to appear fuller than they are. So, and then you can just kind of press it with your finger or your perfector sponge. Like that. So, perfector sponge or your finger. Like so. And then I'm going to tap right back in with this small end of the Best Blend Forever brush. And I can either pinch it or just ever so lightly right where your nose starts to bridge. So you're kind of on the top but also on the side, like right where it starts to roll down, and very gently, very like barely touching my skin, doing a line right there. And then same on the other side. So I'm contouring my nose, and then I'm going to do a little V at the bottom to connect those lines. So this will just give the illusion that your nose is slimmer and shorter than it actually is. So there's that, and then you can press it in with your finger, or you can take your perfector sponge and just lightly go over that. So you don't want to swipe it off, but you don't want harsh lines. So you're just going over it. So again, you could use your finger or your perfector sponge, or you could just lightly go over it with the brush and blend it out with the brush that you just applied it with. So now I'm going to take my ring finger or the tip of the brush that you were just using, and I'm just going to go right back into my brightening highlight. In fact, I'm going to mix it between these two highlights. And I'm just going to go right in between those two contour lines that we just did. And I'm just going to clean that up and do a touch at the tip of my nose. So I'm just going to clean up the contour line and brighten in the center, and then I can go right back over that contour line right there. With that. Okay, I'm going to press everything in with our perfector sponge. I got it wet under the sink, squeezed it out, and then I squeezed it out again with either a washcloth or a perfector sponge. Okay, so I'm going to go right back to the top of my palette again, and I am going to, I think I want to add a little bit of the brightening highlight called Linen. You do not need two brightening highlight colors, but I just kind of want to brighten that up a little bit, so I just want to show you that option. Like, I barely put any on there, and look at how light that is. So I'm just going to press it in. I'm just going to stipple that in. I just wanted that a little bit brighter, and to show you that option of the Linen. So just press it in right there. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to my blush. I'm going to go to the top of my palette again, top of my compact, and I'm going to tap right here, same end that I used to blend, same end I used for my highlight, and I'm just going to get a little, this is Dahlia, super pigmented, so a little goes a long way. Give a little smile and tap it onto the apples of your cheeks. Okay, Dahlia is super bright. It's a super pretty summer color, but I'm going to just stick with this for now, and then if I want to build onto it, I absolutely can. So stipple it on, swirl it on, and back. So just above your contour line. Okay. I love Dahlia. I waited way too long to try her. Such a beautiful summer color. So I'm just going to add a touch more. Stipple it in, swirl it on, and back above the contour line. So here's our contour line, we're just right above it. So we're not doing layers on top of layers, we're just putting them in the correct spots. So you have your highlight, your contour, your blush, and then we're going to do our illuminator right above that. Okay. So again, if you think that you have gotten your blush a little bit too dark, you can just kind of tap on it and press it in. And you can also press where the highlight and blush meet, blush and contour, if you want to mellow out. You don't want any sharp lines. Okay. And that also presses the makeup in. It'll pick up any excess makeup, and it will set the makeup for the day. So I'm going to go right here into my illuminator, just with my finger. And this is a cream illuminator I'm using. I also love powder illuminators, which I'll show you my favorite, and I'm going to use that for my eyeshadow. So I'm just pressing this in. Remember, everything's buildable, so you can start with a touch and then kind of add to it. So this is right above, here's the blush, this is right above the blush. Just for that beautiful candlelit glow. And then again, you could just press it in with your finger, or you can press it in with your perfector sponge. You could even apply it with your perfector sponge. So I'm going to take my finger again into this is Pearl Illuminator. And I'm going to put it right there on my Cupid's bow. Right at the tip of my nose. And then I kind of pat it up, or drag it up my nose, and then just pat it at the tip of my nose. I'm gonna use my Glamazing Powder Illuminator on my eyes, but if I wasn't going to, I do always love to do whatever illuminator right in the corner. I also like to do a touch under my brow bone. So if you weren't going to do the powder illuminator, you could just pop this right there. And that is it. So I'm gonna set everything with my setting stay spray. And I have the setting stay spray with SPF 30 in it, which I absolutely love. I love having that sun protection, and it smells like Hawaii. So you can press it, you can let it air dry or press it in with your perfector sponge. Hey, sweet pea. Hi. So I'm gonna go in with my next brush. So I did everything with our Best Blend Forever brush for light coverage. I'm now gonna go in and just do a quick eyeshadow look. So remember, I did do highlight as a base, and then I just pressed our setting powder with my finger. So I'm gonna flip this over. All my creams are on the top. All of my powders are on the bottom. So this is our eyeshadow everything brush. I'm gonna go right here into basic and tap it off. And I'm just gonna do a super quick and easy eyeshadow look. And I'm just kind of doing the windshield wiper maneuver here. So right in the crease, I'm kind of getting it all over. I'm not going to the very top under my brow bone, because I did pop some illuminator there, but I'm gonna pop a little bit of Glamazing illuminator just to show you my favorite powder illuminator, which also doubles as an eyeshadow. Okay, so that is basic. You could be good right there. I'm gonna flip the brush over to the small end, and I'm just gonna bring it right under. Okay, I'm gonna quickly set under my eyes. You can use the Power Powder brush, or again, you can use your finger or your perfector sponge. And I'm literally just gonna set right under my eyes. And I don't always set under my eyes, but when I do my eyeshadow second, I like to set under my eyes, just in case I get any fallout, which our eyeshadows don't usually have much fallout, but I also have more oily skin, so I do like to set under my eyes. So I'm gonna hop right back in with our eyeshadow everything brush and the small end with basic, and I'm bringing that right under my eye, right under my lower lash line. Does anyone else do a really funny face when they're doing their eyes? I thought about that the other day. Why am I doing this face? My lips have nothing to do with my eyes. Okay, so that's that, and you could be done like this. This is a beautiful eyeshadow, everyday eyeshadow look right here, but I'm gonna go one step further. I'm gonna flip the brush over to the fluffy end, and I'm gonna tap into this color called Gilded. And I'm just gonna kind of get that right in the outer corners. So I can use either end of this brush. It kind of depends on how high up I want to do it. So I just took this look from an everyday look to kind of a glam look. And if I wanted to have this lower and just a little less glam, I would have just done that right in the corners with the small end of the eyeshadow everything brush. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to get that blended in. Like so. Get that blended in. Woo! Went it super bold, didn't I? Okay. That's okay. So I'm going to flip the brush back over to the small end, tap right back into Gilded, and I'm just going to bring that about halfway to 3/4 underneath on my lower lash line. Just to kind of marry that all together, like so. Okay, and now I'm going to take the same end, I'm going to go right here. This is Glamazing. This is our powder illuminator, my absolute favorite illuminator, and I'm just going to bring it right here on the inner corners, and I'm going to bring it in a little on my lower lash line. And then again on the other side, and then I'll blend it out a little bit. Like so. And then I'll just flip the brush over. I'll flip the brush over and, oh, that's okay. And I'll blend it out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take my ring finger and just tap into Glamazing. I'm just going to get that on the center of my lid, right here. And then I'll blend it out, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. Like that. And then I'm going to go back to the eyeshadow everything brush and just kind of blend out where those colors meet. I'm going to bring Glamazing over a touch more. And I'll just blend it out like that. So I'm going to take the small end, tap right back in, tap it off, and just go right under that brow bone, just to add a little more fanciness to this fancy eyeshadow look that we've just created. And that's that. Went from simple to glam in 2 seconds. Okay, so that is the finished look. I will add some mascara to the lower lash line. Just to finish it off. And that is that. I'm actually I do have some of the lip conditioner on. I'm gonna just tap right here into Dahlia and just pop a little bit of that on my lips, just to add a little color. Just a touch. Like that. And then I think I'll go right into Pearl or Cream Illuminator and just pop a touch more right in the center. Like that. And that is the final look. I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions about any of the makeup that I'm wearing, feel free to reach out, leave me a comment, send me a message, and I'd be happy to help you. If you have any questions about the artist program, which is what I'm doing, also reach out and I would be happy to help you. And I would love to have you join my team. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.